Welcome back to the Hot 7 Nightly News. The fate of the National Cultural Center is looking bright, at least for now, that is. This news is coming from the Arts and Cultural Community Team, otherwise known as ACT. The non-governmental organization is celebrating a small victory as the government has indicated that plans to relocate the National Cultural Center have been suspended. Rochelle Gonzalez reports.
A group of concerned citizens who came together last year to form the Arts and Cultural Community Team, ACT, is breathing a momentary sigh of relief after the government of St. Lucia announced that the Bernard Hill site, where the National Cultural Center is located, will no longer be the target for the impending judiciary building. The arts and cultural sector was thrown into a whirlwind of uncertainty and worry last year after the government revealed plans to relocate the National Cultural Center from its Bernard Hill home of over 3 decades. This news, as expected, was not welcomed, and so the ACT was formed. After months of non-stop planning and discourse, the organization met on Wednesday to share the news that was music to the ears.
We are in a position not to say that the NCC is not going to be moving. We do not know that for a fact. What we do know is that the government has said that they have found alternate location for the judiciary, and as such the NCC will remain where it is for now, or at least that is the assumption.
Tobia said the organization has no plans on allowing the momentum to slow down. She said they have armed themselves with solid details, plans, and information to show just how serious they are as an organization and that they are well prepared, come what may.
What we had presented to the CDF a few months ago was almost a redrawing of plans that we had found that had been in place for the NCC, that had been drawn up for the NCC a few years ago. In addition to that, fortunately, we have been able to find a brief that was done way back in 1983, 94, 84 thereabouts, and that brief was done by Mr. Felix, Alexis Felix, whilst he was employed with the Ministry of Planning on the request of Sir John. And that brief actually includes everything for the Bernard Hill site that we wanted as a cultural complex.
The ACT chairperson said the plans for the complex are extremely exciting and promised to boast features including performance space, training space, exhibition space, and even a food court. She said another major part of the discussion included the push to formalize the organization, making them duly recognized by the government. Tobia revealed plans to host a retreat in September where they will meet with persons interested in the arts and culture of St. Lucia, as well as to use the opportunity to create a strategic plan for the future of the ACT.
Arts and culture plays a vital role in our economy right now. The creative industries we know that it is the way to go. We also know that the creative industries in St. Lucia contributes a great amount to our economic things and also to the GDP of the country. But as of now, we do not have any statistics to back that, although we know that that is happening. So it will be part of what we will be looking at when we sit to strategize on the way forward.
The organization will meet with the Minister for Culture, Bradley Felix, on Tuesday to discuss the Bernard Hill site, the NCC, and the way forward for all involved. Reporting for Hot 7 Nightly News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Thank you, Rochelle. Mayor Peterson Francis has provided an update on the much-anticipated parking meters for the city, and it appears that the project is not quite ready for implementation. Solange Alfred reports.
Mayor Peterson Francis treads lightly on giving an update on when city parking meters will be instated. The bustling city of Castries is known for parking problems, and many commuters have expressed their angst at the lack of proper parking available in the city of Castries. Back in March of this year, it was announced that commuters can rest assured that efforts to curb parking-related issues will see the instatement of short-term paid parking meters. Our cameras caught up with Mayor Francis, who says the plans for the parking meters are still in the works.
The terminals have been here from December last year, and it's just Cabinet is now trying to finalize the legislation. So I give so many dates already that I'm afraid to give dates.
Francis assures that the terminals are here and further updates will be given as to when they will be installed. Patrons will be looking at costs of $3 an hour that could save them $500 if a parking ticket was issued. Reporting for Hot 7 Nightly News, I am Solej Alfred.
In other news, young people from various churches have come together to spark a movement to bring hope to their peers. In doing so, they have partnered with Hope is Rising New York to put on a massive prayer and praise concert for this upcoming weekend. More in this report.
A spiritual movement focusing on youth is being spearheaded by various churches in St. Lucia in collaboration with Hope is Rising New York to bring an impactful concert to the Cultural Center on August 18, 2018. The Praise and Prayer Concert has been organized in hope of reaching out to young people with positive messages of conviction, purpose, and of course, hope. Main event manager Daniel Dennis sees this as a brave move to tackle current societal ills.
It's a movement where it's mainly geared up to tackle societal issues, main issues like, suicidal awareness, youth at risk and everything like that. But the main intention is to really impact the lives of the young people, especially spiritually.
The persistent problem of youth involvement in criminal activity has stirred the conscience of church leaders and inspired these churches to rally together to create an atmosphere of praise that is intended to uplift St. Lucians of all walks of life. Hope is Rising will feature top local and regional gospel artists and performers.
What we have planned out is to have different types, we call it ministry in church, where we have dancers and we have mimes and we have skits. We have the local artists, we have AJ from Streams of Power, we have Wilburn from the Catholic Church, we have people from the Baptist, so it's a real kingdom connection.
The Prayer and Praise Concert will be held on 18th August at the National Cultural Center from 5 p.m. Ahead of the concert, there will be one-on-one sessions with counselors and prayer coaches from 2 p.m. Ticket outlets are The Cell and Ryan Hilaire at the Ministry of Transformation. Reporting for Hot 7 Nightly News, I am Solej Alfred.
Prime Minister Alan Chasney is touting the level of work being undertaken by his administration. He points to increased spending on desilting works and greater attention to rehabilitation of the road network. He's also full of excitement about new tourism developments.
I just wanted to give St. Lucians a quick update on some of the things that we're doing right now. You would have noticed that a major desilting and clearing of the sides of the primary roads has begun. We in fact have allocated about $4.5 million to undertake this major initiative. Normally we would spend around $2 million on desilting, and this year we're spending $4.5 million. In addition to that, we have some major road works that are being done, particularly in regards to retaining walls and slope stabilization programs. We have about 12 major projects taking place throughout the length and breadth of St. Lucia. I'm also very excited that the Sulphur Springs, the Super Foundation, have decided to expand the baths that we have, and we're adding 3 more pools because anybody who went there this winter would have seen the long lines and the demand now for the mud baths in the Sulphur Springs area. We're also seeing now the conclusion of the Hummingbird Beach project and also the opening of the Soufriere Park. So I'm very excited about these initiatives and the continuing efforts of your government to build a new St. Lucia.
With that, we come to the end of the Hot 7 Nightly News for today, Monday, the 13th of August, 2018. Thank you for joining us for tonight's news package. On behalf of the entire team, good night.